All right, so it's Thursday. Normally, I'm down on Main Street in downtown Grand Junction for the market on Main, but I'm in the studio tonight because I'm watching radar. But if you're going to head downtown to Grand Junction between 6 and 9 p.m., and really it's after 9 o'clock that you should be concerned with the storms moving through. At least that's my interpretation. After 9 p.m., storm chances look pretty decent, but between 6 and 9, it's a difference of about 10 degrees. So heading downtown, the order of business in your life, get yourself some dinner, get yourself some fresh flowers, maybe make some new friends, buy a trinket, some jewelry. There's a lot going on down there. And the conditions are pretty decent, a little breezy, 10 to 15. And the closer you get to 9 o'clock tonight, when the temperature loses about 10 degrees of warmth, the winds will also jump up a little bit because I expect storms to be close. So vendors, wrap it up promptly at 9 p.m. and you won't have to worry about those gusty winds and some rain showers. Temperatures right now are 98 degrees in Grand Junction out at the airport, 83 degrees in Montrose. We are rain cooled in both Glenwood Springs and Montrose right now. We've had some storms moving through. I'll show you that on radar in just a moment. While these are not official high temperatures of the day, basically a carbon copy, what we've been doing for the last couple of days. We will continue to do more of this. Upper 90s at Grand Junction, lower 90s at Montrose. Not too shabby. I mean, that's pretty close to our averages for this time of the year. If you're laboring outside or recreating outside midday with the heat and some of that humidity, you're probably a little uncomfortable. And that heat of the day is going to translate into our warm morning low temperatures. So that's something that's going to be in the forecast. 70-degree readings. Oh, and speaking of low temperatures, this morning, did anyone out there see that full moon? It was beautiful. About 6 a.m. this morning, I was looking off towards the southwest and it was still hanging in the sky, bright, beautiful, about ready to set behind the Uncompahgre. I hope you were up as early as I was. Wind speeds right now 5 to 15 miles per hour. Top wind gusts of the day. Look at Delta and Montrose, 35 to 40 miles per hour. A little breezy at Grand Junction, 20. I think Grand Junction, we'll get another top wind gust later tonight. Delta possibly could get in on that mix. Montrose, we're going to be looking at more storms moving through, so we could top out a little bit stronger with those wind speeds. On radar right now, it's just kind of a scattered look. Everything coming from the southern area, moving with a northeasterly clip, not excessively fast. These are about 10 to 15 mile per hour movement on the storms. And some of these storms, especially down in the mountain zones, they're dropping out some lightning bolts, they're putting down some small hail and some brief heavy downpours, wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour possible. So we're not going to get blasted into the 60, 70, or 80 mile per hour top gust zone. So if we do get another blast of wind tonight, it should be well subdued below the 50 mile per hour zone. Now, I'm bringing this radar right into the Glenwood Springs area. Highway 82 going southbound through Basalt, I-70 right through Gypsum. Some activity north of I-70 right now. Some of that was over the Glenwood Springs area. Thankfully, it didn't park over the area, but we still have more storms later tonight, and that is something that is of a concern. The interstate is open right now. Highway 50 is open right now as well. We've had some rain showers moving through north out of Norwood, north out of Ridgeway, kind of skirting through Montrose, over Cimarron, Highway 50. Traffic's kind of touch and go on Highway 50. You need to keep up to speed, and I've got a road report, a cone zone that's going to help you with that. Darker skies around the Gunnison County area, but we're not done. I saw some of these storms popping up. I was on Facebook around noon today. I did one of those lives and I was showing some of the storms. I had a pretty good vantage point. I was talking about some of my concerns midday today about storms with flash flooding concerns, particularly with the Grizzly Creek burn scar. Follow me on Facebook. You know me. You can figure it out, right? Let's go through the forecast model for tonight, because this puts us right through the 9 o'clock, the 10 o'clock, the 11 and midnight hours. So by midnight, most of those storms will just be moving along the I-70 corridor. They will hit the Highway 50 corridor and the Grand Junction area after 9 p.m. That's why my concern is raised. When the sun goes down and we get a little bit closer to the 10 o'clock hour, we'll still be tracking storms tonight. Friday morning, the possibility does exist that we'll see more of those storms rumbling through. We did have some storms this morning on the Uncompahgre, and we did have storms on the Book Cliffs. No reason not to have it again tomorrow morning. Classic scenario with the North American monsoon. You keep those storms going during the overnight hours, and they don't necessarily go to bed like we all do. Friday afternoon, wrapping up the work week, more isolated storms. Tonight's going to be a little bit on the rowdy side of things, and with the heat of the day tomorrow, I think we'll see more storms passing through. We should catch a bit of a break because on Saturday, you'll notice most of the storms start to initiate in the mountain zones. So high elevation Saturday afternoon, we may catch a break with some dry air working in, but we're not going to totally eliminate our storm chances for Saturday. Once we get into Friday, there's already a flash flood watch for the Grizzly Creek, but all areas highlighted in green will have that same concern. It's just this area, if it gets upgraded to a warning by the National Weather Service, CDOT will then implement a safety closure, and hopefully it'll be temporary because we don't want to hear about these debris reports. We don't even want a debris flow. So here's the outlook for the next several days. Tomorrow we have cooler conditions on the forecast for Grand Junction because of those afternoon storms I just showed you on radar and on our in-house computer model. Getting into the weekend, Sunday, Monday, starter next week looks good to pick peaches with the heat, but we're still going to be humid. We still will have a chance to keep showers going in the afternoon hours. Just Montrose, I want to reiterate, we will still keep that chance of showers going in the afternoon hours through the middle of next week.